All right, so we're back, and the server has been built. Has about 10, 15 minutes has passed. I even went and grabbed a cup of coffee, so it was probably done about 5, 10 minutes ago. So what do you want to do now? Well, we have to set up a few things. First thing is we have to set up our information on our server, right? We have to be able to connect to it. How do you connect to it? Well, our servers themselves are on a Windows server. So it's almost like you have to do what we refer to as a remote login to the server itself, right? So basically, you're on your desktop computer, right? Yay, this is you. Yay. And you have to connect to the other server. Yay. All right. And in order to do that, we have to create the connection by using the IP address, your username, and the password you set up by using the program Remote Desktop. Okay, how do you find Remote Desktop? Well, you need to be able to have that program on your computer that you're trying to attach to, or attach from, which is your home computer, right? So down in your type bar, if you're using a Windows 10, it's down here to the left, you're going to type in remote. You just start to type the word, and Remote Desktop Connection is where you're going to find that. I may have another video for those that use a Mac or use other devices, but for now we're just using the Windows computer. Okay, I'm going to click on that program, and I'm going to look for the IP. We're looking for the primary IP for our new server, which is right here. This 132.148.148.61. Now, miraculously, it's already over here. Not because it was automatic, it was because I've already tried to make this video once and messed up going in. So this is a remake. All right. So what you do is that you simply highlight this number here, right click, and hit copy. So right click your mouse, hit copy. Very simple. All right. Once you got your remote desktop up, your connection portal, this is sort of a compressed box. So you're just going to come, if this was deleted already, let's just delete that. This is what it's going to look like when you first get to it, right? You're not going to have any information in there. It's going to ask you the computer name. You're going to right click and hit paste. That's simple. Now, what I want you to do is come down here where it says show options and click that button as well. This is going to give you an expanded view. And why is this so important? Well, because we have some things to set up first. The first thing that we're going to have to set up is our username. Right there. Remember, my username was Maxwell. Okay? And allow to save the credentials. That's another big one. Under display, there's a tab. There's 3 tabs up here. You have display. You don't have to really worry about that too much. And local resources. Okay? So in local resources, what you want to be able to do, let me show you here. You're going to come down to where it says settings. You see local devices and resources. You're going to click on printers and clipboard. And that's very important. Why? Well, because if you're on your home computer and you want to copy over a piece of software to the new server, this is the way to do it. So printers and clipboard, and you're going to click on more. Now under more, you're going to want to choose your Windows C, and if you have stuff stored on your D volume, that's fine. Don't worry about it if you don't. You just click on the Windows C, and I'll tell you why, is because if you're using software on your home computer and you want to copy it over to this Windows server over here, it's very easy to do so. Now, within reason, we have some very tight security on the other system. You can't even use you can use a web portal over on the new server, but it's very, very restricted. Okay, you're not going to be able to download exe files or applications and stuff like that. And the reason being is that we want to keep your server very tight. We don't want any spyware on it. We don't want any soft, because it will cause you downtime. All right, so we don't want to do that. But you want to connect your computer, your home computer, to the new computer. So basically, you wouldn't have these selected already. So select the Windows C. If you got stuff on your D volume, you do, but don't worry about it if you don't. So under drives, just select your Windows C, and that's it. Okay, hit OK. You're then going to, there's nothing under experience and or advanced, so don't worry about that. Go back to general, make sure your computer IP address is good and your username is good, and you can hit Save Connections. All right, and now just hit Connect. Now, if you under Show Details, do that again, and you'll see here that drives, printers, and clipboards have all been selected. And this is good to see again, okay? And then hit Connect. Once that happens, it's going to bring up for your password. All right? And this is where we put our password in before. Okay? And hit OK. Now, it's going to ask you this final little "are you sure" kind of box, that your information, your security's been verified, everything's been verified. Are you sure you want to go in? Because even though that there's some errors from what this computer is to the other one is, don't worry about it. Just hit yes. Okay. Now, in most cases, that went very fast for me. Why it went fast for me for the very first time that you're seeing is because I had already started the server up. But when you first start, you might have a blank screen for about 2-3 minutes because it's the server booting up for the first time for you. Now, you are connected to the actual server now. And how are you going to transfer files over and do all that stuff is going to be in the next video. Okay? I'm going to show you some easy methods on how to get everything set up here to get your MetaTrader 4 on. But now you got your server, you got access to the server. You can see the IP address up here. You have this little drag bar that if you do something like that, you can expand the screen, you can minimize the screen. There's all these things that you can do. You can make it certain sizes. If you have a Windows 10 system, you could do something like this. Have a side-by-side. There's so much that you can do with that. And this is like a whole nother desktop. Like this is your desktop, which is mine, is very crowded. This is your desktop as well. All right. So I'm going to stop the video here, and we're going to see you in the next video on how to set up and connect your MetaTrader 4 to this solution. All right. I'm Max. This is DexWebTools.com. We'll see you in the next video.